How did the Master from Fallout get so gross? Because this grotesque fleshy abomination didn't always look like this. He was once a regular human like you or I, until an accident turned him into this nightmarish thing. So join us today as we dive into the man behind the mutant and the circumstances surrounding his transformation into the monster that would wreak havoc upon the wastelands of Fallout. Before the grotesque transformation, before the reign of terror, the Master was simply a man named Richard Moreau, a resident of Vault 8. Richard was just another face in the crowd, living out his days in the relative safety of the Vault's confines. His life was ordinary, mundane even, until a fateful incident altered his destiny. Accused of a heinous crime, a murder no less, Richard was cast out from the Vault, exiled into the unforgiving wastelands that this world had become. He wandered aimlessly for 400 miles until he reached the newly founded settlement known as the Hub. Here, Richard was presented with the opportunity to start fresh, changing his last name to Gray and settling down as the town doctor, until one day when an expedition out into the wastes led by Richard and his group of travelers fell under attack. With nowhere else to run, they fled to the nearby Mariposa military base. But this was no ordinary base. It was here that the Forced Evolutionary Virus, or FEV, was researched and developed. This substance, capable of altering DNA and causing rapid mutation, was about to play a pivotal role in Richard's life, as upon fleeing into the base he was knocked into a vat of FEV, and as he lay there injured floating in the FEV for days on end, the prolonged exposure to the virus began to have disturbing effects on both his body and mind. Upon crawling out of the vat, his skin began to fester and peel, bubbling and expelling a green mucus. Yet despite the horrifying pain, the exposure to this substance began to make Richard feel stronger, and his body also became capable of absorbing other life forms, sprouting tendrils from his stomach to capture nearby rodents and absorb their body and mind into Richard's being, allowing him to become one with anything or anyone that he were to consume. His mind too was not spared changes. It expanded, became something more and something less. While he was already a man of great intelligence, Richard's FEV-exposed mind became capable of understanding even the most complex of philosophical questions. But while his intelligence only expanded, Richard's humanity began to disappear, as did any animals or wandering humans who entered the military base, being dunked into the FEV vats by Richard as part of his cruel experiments, turning them into new mutated beings, and then assimilating them. As his experiments continued, Richard began injecting FEV directly into areas of his body, morphing it further into one more fitting of his ever more monstrous mind, and granting him the ability to link his mind with computers and robotics. And as his sprawling mass of a body continued to expand with each individual assimilated, Richard managed to integrate himself into the vault systems of the Los Angeles Vault, a show vault built under Los Angeles that would serve as his new lair from which to conquer and consume the wastelands. Richard Moreau, the man, was no more. In his place was a monstrous entity, a grotesque mutant that bore little resemblance to its former self. This creature was the Master, a testament to the dark potential of FEV. With his transformation complete, the Master set about bringing his vision to life. He believed that the only way to ensure survival in the post-apocalyptic world was to turn humans into one singular supermutant race using FEV. This belief led to the creation of the Unity, a plan to replace humanity with supermutants. The Master's actions were as ruthless as they were terrifying. He began to amass an army of supermutants, forcibly transforming humans using the FEV. His methods were brutal, his resolve unshakable. He truly believed that what he was doing would make him the savior of the new world, that his actions, however horrific, were necessary. His attempt to prevent the very societal divisions that led to the Great War responsible for destroying much of the world. But not everyone shared the Master's vision. His actions sparked resistance, leading to a run-in with a simple vault dweller on a quest for a water chip. ending with the Vault Dweller setting off a nuclear device that put an end to the would-be Master of Humanity. So what do you think of the Master's transformation? Is he a villain or a misunderstood character with a warped vision of survival? Let us know in the comments down below, and make sure to subscribe to Lore Tours for your passport to your favourite fictional worlds. Thanks for watching, catch you next time.